It's time for a big Paragon update, boys. Not long ago at all, we saw the first new hero enter Agora, Sephiroth. But he's already old news, as now Iggy and Scorch are released in just days. Look at this crazy son of a bitch. He's riding around on some weird demon pig and throwing both oil and Molotovs everywhere. Pretty dangerous combo right there. Now, if we could just stop all that animal abuse and stop feeding that poor demon pig so many Molotovs, it might look like a normal pig again one day. Probably. Let's dive right in. Iggy and Scorch are a caster type, dealing nasty amounts of energy damage with their abilities. The beauty of this character is that he's our first reaction-based character. He has the ability to set up turrets and create traps, then set it all on fire suddenly and have his pig mount burp out some fire on top of it all. I can already feel the excitement of going into the enemy jungle and setting up one of these deadly traps, killing their jungler in a wave of oil-soaked fire. Actually, having said that, maybe that's a bit of a bad idea, being that it's a jungle. The trees might be upset. Iggy deals out fire damage with auto attacks by throwing Molotovs. These burn the target nicely, but it's much better when you combine it with some oil to raise those heat levels. Things burn much better. Simple idea and easy to execute. Let's start with the first ability. Flame turrets. Place these turrets where you want to. They'll shoot out flames everywhere on every enemy that comes near, and you can stack multiple in the same area for nasty combined damage. This ability is blatantly a great defense move. Stack them in a clever place to prevent ganks, and you'll burn them as they walk up tight corridors and the like. You don't really need to use this defensively though. You could easily throw one of these bastards ahead of where your enemy is running so that they have to pass by it to escape, forcing nice damage. Bear in mind these turrets can be killed, they have a small health bar, so watch out for that. Next, oil spill, explained as the perfect setup for burst damage. Coat the ground in oil and splash it around and cover your foes with this gooey mess. Then, use any of your fire abilities, including your auto attack, to ignite this nasty pool up and burn them to ash. It's quite a big area, and it looks like you can hit multiple targets with it, so play clever with it. Thankfully, Iggy and Scorch are gifted a movement speed up ability called Oil Slick. Dash forward to a chase or escape. The movement increase doesn't look massive, but it can always make that difference. Not to mention it leaves a trail of oil coating those who are chasing you in your nasty goo. Perfect for burning. It's a fun idea to try run this by someone who's trying to escape, slap them with a high five of fire and try and ignore the smell. And finally, we have the ultimate Flame Belch. Feed your poor devil pig a Molotov and watch him spew flames all over the shop over the next few seconds. Once Scorch is done being abused, he'll belch out a strong pushback. This can be deadly. Great damage, which can ignite your oil, but play clever. Use that knockback to put people in bad spots, perhaps into a ring of your flame turrets. I'm just saying. I'm really excited to try out Iggy and Scorch. Being that they come out in a few days, it's going to be a tough wait, but it looks well worth it. I'll be dropping my gameplay and guide shortly after their release, so look out for it for sweet tricks and fiery gameplay. Yeah, that was a really cheesy line. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe for more Paragon videos, and remember to sign the petition to stop feeding Scorch Molotovs. I don't know how much more he can handle, man. Alright guys, see you in the next Paragon video.